All right, normally I would say good morning, but it is already the afternoon before I have had a chance to chat with you guys. This morning we got up and headed straight to breakfast so we could be off the ship relatively early since we're on Coco Cay this morning. And we wanted to see if we could beat the crowds, but we did get up later than usual for us, so we were not even close to being the first ones off the ship. So the island was already pretty crowded when we got off. We were hoping to visit the Oasis Lagoon pool, which is this big pool in the middle of the island, and it has a swim-up bar, but that was packed by the time we got there. We were trying to look for some sun loungers or some chairs to put our stuff to get into the pool, but we just gave up. I'm sure we would have found at least one chair that we could have used, but the bar was just lined with people. The pool was packed, so we figured probably not worth it. So then we headed to the Chill Island beach because I wanted to do some snorkeling. So we actually managed to find a nice set of sun loungers under a nice bit of shade. So I parked my husband there because he wasn't, interested in going into the salt water. And I grabbed my snorkeling gear, and I think I snorkeled for 5 minutes and realized that you can see absolutely nothing. You will see some clips that I took. I tried to get something. There were fish, small little fish swimming around near the rocks, but they would only let you snorkel in the very shallow area where people have been swimming and walking and everything. So of course the sand is all messed up with the water and it's not clear at all. So not an ideal spot for snorkeling. I'm so glad that I brought my own snorkeling gear because I think I would have been pretty upset if I had actually rented the snorkeling equipment and paid money to do the snorkeling there. They did say that if the wind would die down a little bit, then they would have expanded the area where they would let people go because it was quite choppy, and I get that. They don't want anybody to be running into the rocks or getting in trouble in the water, but it was not a good day for snorkeling, at least today. I don't know how it is on other days, and perhaps if I would have tried another beach, there might have been better snorkeling there, but I just decided to call it a day with the snorkeling, and then I just went around the island and explored a little bit. I found some nice spots where they had hammocks that were free and you could just chill and relax, and then I went to get some delicious food. One good thing about Coco Cay, even with the crowds, is that they have lots of spots to grab something to eat and to drink. And I was able to grab some tacos, a really tasty Cuban sandwich, and then they have really good mozzarella sticks there as well. I was a little bummed that I didn't have room in my stomach for a burger because they looked so good, but I was just so stuffed that I think it would have gone to waste if I got it. So I decided to just keep it smart and not overdo it with anything. We are parked here today in Coco Cay with another ship. You can see it in the reflection there. We are here with Freedom of the Seas parked, and then Coco Cay is right over there. So you walk all the way over there and then you get to the island. But so glad I got off the ship just for a little bit and walked around the island. I tried to do a little bit of filming and I didn't do a full tour though, but you can see I did a full tour of Coco Cay earlier, which is on my channel, so you can check that out. The island hasn't changed much since then. Again, I didn't film any of the areas that you have to pay to get in. There's one area that's called the Coco Beach Club, and that has a restaurant and everything dedicated, and you can pay to have a day pass there. And then there's Hideaway Beach, which is an adults only area. Again, you need an admission to get into there. And then I didn't go into the water park area either, but there's plenty of free accessible areas on the island, but they can get a little bit crowded. I did notice now in the later afternoon there was more and more space, so I would say if you can't be an early bird and get off the ship right when it opens, then maybe it's worth waiting and going right before the end of the day, because I could definitely tell that more chairs were freeing up. I think people are slowly coming back on board after having an early day on the island. But that's just my 2 cents. Now it's time for me to go grab a drink somewhere. I'm really thirsty. I had some water and stuff with me on the island, but I definitely need something else now. So let's see what I can find. We still have lots to do, and we have reservations for the aqua show today, which I don't want to miss. So we will definitely try to catch that one. But let's go see what else we get up to. You won't be able to see because it's too far away, but there's a crew member up by the, if you can see the chimneys back there. He has a huge long selfie stick and he's taking like a 360 or a selfie or something. So much fun to watch that there's other people filming their adventures on board and not just the passengers. All right, time to recap on our day in Coco Cay. It was so much fun getting off the ship, even though Coco Cay was super crowded. We got off a little bit late, so a lot of the areas were already taken, a lot of the sun chairs were already taken. But if you look around, there are definitely quieter areas. For example, I don't remember the name of the area, but it's basically the beach area that's directly facing the ships. So that seemed to be a quieter area. I'll pop up the name on the screen when I check it for you guys, but that seemed to be a calmer area. There's a dedicated bar, there's some chairs. I think the reason it's not so crowded is there's no beach access easily. I mean, you don't have to walk very far to get to the beach, but there's just basically rocks in front of you, and then you have a beautiful view of the ships that are docked on any particular day in Coco Cay. So just take a look out and explore the island, and I'm sure you will find a spot that you like, or then if you like a little bit more peace and quiet, then either pay the extra charge to get to the Coco Beach Club or then Hideaway Beach. There is one area that I didn't visit at all, which is the beach that has the floating bar. You can swim up to it, and I'm a little bummed that I didn't go there, but it was just such a hot day. So I just opted for the easy to access areas, which were a little bit closer. But there is the free tram all around Coco Cay, so you can also use that, so you don't have to walk around like I did. And then yesterday, a super random, I guess, or interesting thing happened. So I don't know, you may have noticed that I posted in my shorts section on YouTube the incident where the coastal kitchen window broke and fell down on the pool deck. Well, I was contacted by Fox News in Orlando, and they wanted to interview me because they'd seen that clip, and they asked if they could use the video and so on. So yesterday I actually had a Zoom call with the Fox News representative, and she interviewed me, and I told her all about the incident and how well Royal Caribbean handled it. I mean, there was a very high risk of something really serious happening to the guests, but thanks to the quick actions of Royal Caribbean, they got all the passengers away from that broken window before there was any damage to any guests. So that was just excellent, and I loved talking to the Fox News people. So now I'm just waiting if they publish that article, what they're going to say, and I think they'll use my video clip, but let's see. It's so random. I wasn't expecting a news channel to pick up my video on YouTube, but anyway, that happened, and then we finished the night by going to see the Aqua Show. It was a really good one. We've seen it before, but I think this time it was better, or we were in a better mood for it, or I don't know, but it was just so much talent with these people doing all kinds of acrobatic things in the Aqua Theater, and it's just amazing every time we watch it. But there are definitely differences between ships. Some of them have more of a story, and some of them are more just these types of tricks, and it's always impressive. I tend to like the ones where there's more of a story, so you're kind of watching a play at the same time as you're seeing these people do these amazing tricks. But that was our day in Coco Cay. I will see you on the channel next time. Bye, guys.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.